Warren, how would you define true success?
Well, I've said many times that if you get to be 65 or 70 and later, and the people that you want to have love you actually do love you, you're a success. I've never seen anybody.
If you've ever wondered why so many of today's millionaires and billionaires no longer own factories, warehouses, or inventory, here's your answer. The richest people in the world are no longer selling products, they're selling services. This is the quiet revolution of modern wealth. While the average entrepreneur dreams of launching the next big product line, the elite are focusing on something far smarter, building service-based empires that don't require storage, shipping, or production. This isn't just a business trend. It's a shift in mindset, a complete evolution in how money flows and multiplies. The wealthy have learned that in the new economy, services scale faster, profit deeper, and survive longer than most physical products ever could. And today, we're going to break down exactly why and how you can follow their path. The end of the product era. Once upon a time, wealth came from producing things, cars, clothes, electronics, or food. Factories were the foundation of fortunes. But that era is fading fast. Global competition, shrinking margins, and digital disruption have made physical products harder to profit from than ever before. The cost of materials, labor, and logistics has skyrocketed. Even small changes in global supply chains can destroy entire businesses overnight. Meanwhile, digital services from consulting to coaching, from SaaS platforms to subscription models can operate with almost no physical limitations. The rich saw this long before the rest of the world did. They realized that control, scalability, and freedom all live in the world of services, not products. Think about it. A product requires factories, packaging, and distribution. A service requires only skill, reputation, and a digital presence. That difference alone explains why a self-taught consultant can earn millions with a laptop, while a traditional business owner drowns in overhead costs. The secret: infinite scalability. The richest people on earth didn't just abandon products because of cost, they did it because of scalability. Products are limited by production and inventory. You can only make as many as your factory allows. But a service can be sold infinitely to thousands or even millions without needing to manufacture anything new. A software subscription can be duplicated endlessly. A digital course can be sold again and again. A consulting firm can expand globally without building a single warehouse. The wealthy love this model because it compounds their time and money. Once they build a service system, whether it's software, financial advising, private mentoring, or exclusive memberships, it runs on automation and reputation, not inventory. Their costs stay low, their margins stay high, and their income streams never run dry. Ownership without maintenance. One of the biggest perks of shifting to services is freedom from maintenance. When you sell products, you're tied to operations, storage, shipping, quality control, customer complaints, and returns. Every new customer means more work. But with a service, every new customer means more leverage. Let's say you run a luxury personal branding agency, a private coaching service, or an elite investment group. You can charge clients thousands, even tens of thousands for access to your expertise. You don't have to manage stock or physical infrastructure. Your product is your experience, your network, your knowledge, all things that appreciate in value over time. The rich have mastered this. They've learned to monetize what they know rather than what they make. And because information, insights, and digital tools don't wear out or expire, their wealth flows constantly with little maintenance. The hidden power of recurring revenue. Here's where things get truly powerful. The wealthy understand that one-time sales don't make you rich, recurring income does. That's why they prefer service-based models like memberships, retainers, and subscriptions. Think about streaming platforms, private clubs, coaching programs, and SaaS products. They all rely on monthly or yearly payments. This means the business doesn't have to constantly chase new customers to survive. A well-built service model provides predictable cash flow, which is the foundation of lasting wealth. Even smaller service entrepreneurs can apply this principle. If you offer marketing help, fitness coaching, or business consulting, structure your model around continuity, something that keeps clients paying month after month. That's what the rich do, and it's why their businesses keep scaling even when the economy slows down. Time, not things. There's also a philosophical reason why the wealthy shift from products to services. They value time over things. Building a product-based business is slow, exhausting, and often capital intensive. You have to wait months or years before seeing profit. A service-based business, on the other hand, allows instant monetization. You can start small, test ideas quickly, and scale without massive upfront costs. Time is the one thing money can't buy, but smart entrepreneurs learn to earn it back. The rich focus on models that allow them to delegate, automate, and eventually step back while income continues to flow. By turning knowledge into services, they detach their earnings from their effort. That's the ultimate goal: financial freedom with full control over their schedule. The global service economy. The world is shifting, and services are now dominating global GDP. Digital transformation has erased borders. A consultant in Singapore can advise a startup in New York. A designer in Dubai can brand a business in London. A tax strategist in Monaco can serve clients across 5 continents, all without leaving their home. This borderless opportunity means that even small players can build global service businesses. The rich understood this early and positioned themselves as service brokers, connecting global demand with specialized supply. They don't just provide services, they create ecosystems where services are bought, sold, and scaled automatically. Whether through digital platforms, private networks, or software systems, they've built infrastructure that keeps producing income while they focus on new opportunities. Personal branding as a service. Here's another insight. The rich don't hide behind products. They become the product. In the service economy, personal brand is currency. People pay for access, trust, and transformation, not just outcomes. High-income founders, investors, and consultants use their reputation as leverage. Their service is built around their identity, their story, expertise, and credibility. This turns their personal brand into a business that scales without limits. Once their brand has authority, they can charge premium rates, attract clients organically, and launch spin-off services that feed off that credibility. It's not about shouting the loudest, it's about positioning yourself as the rare person who can solve a specific, high-value problem. That's the new wealth formula, building a service empire. So, how do you follow their path? How do you transition from products or traditional business to a scalable service-based empire? It starts with clarity. You must identify your unique skill or advantage, something others value but don't yet master. Maybe you're great at systems, negotiation, storytelling, design, or leadership. That's your raw material. Then, package it. Don't sell your time, sell transformation. Instead of charging per hour, design programs, retainers, or automated solutions that deliver consistent results. Next, systemize everything. Create frameworks, templates, and digital tools that make your service repeatable. This allows you to delegate or even automate delivery for you to focus on scaling. Finally, build community. Every great service business thrives on relationships and networks. Whether it's an exclusive mastermind, a digital membership, or a consulting collective, build spaces where value multiplies through interaction. That's exactly what the wealthy do. They create systems that run, communities that grow, and services that evolve. From client work to capital ownership. Once your service starts generating stable cash flow, the next step is what separates the rich from the merely successful: conversion from cash to capital. The rich don't stay service providers forever. They use service profits to buy ownership. They invest their cash flow into assets like real estate, private equity, or automated businesses. Their service becomes a cash machine that funds long-term wealth vehicles. This is why the wealthy never get stuck in the time for money trap. They may start by serving clients, but they always end up owning systems. Services give them leverage, capital gives them freedom. The mental shift. If you truly want to follow this path, you must start with a mental transformation. Stop thinking like a laborer who earns by doing. Start thinking like a strategist who earns by designing value. Service businesses thrive on insight, creativity, and execution efficiency, not volume or brute effort. The wealthy operate with precision. They identify high-value problems and build scalable solutions around them. They don't compete on price. They compete on trust, expertise, and results. That's what allows them to charge more while doing less. When you think in terms of systems and results, not hours or units, you step into the same world the rich operate in. The future belongs to the service innovators. The world is moving fast toward a service-first economy. Artificial intelligence, automation, and digital connectivity are reducing the value of physical goods while increasing the value of specialized knowledge. The rich know this, and that's why they're shifting their focus to intellectual property, consulting, coaching, and digital ecosystems. The real winners of tomorrow will be those who own the platforms that deliver services, not just those who sell them. Whether it's tech infrastructure, payment systems, or client networks, control over the service channels is the next level of wealth. We're entering an era where a single insight, algorithm, or methodology can build billion-dollar enterprises, no factory required. The quiet truth about modern wealth. Here's the ultimate truth. Products make you money. Services make you wealthy. The rich learned this through experience. They saw that products can fail overnight, but relationships, systems, and trust-based services last decades. They understood that every product eventually becomes a commodity, but a service tied to expertise never loses its value. That's why they shifted, not because they needed to, but because they saw the future. And that future is here. The next generation of wealth builders won't own assembly lines. They'll own systems of knowledge. They won't trade inventory, they'll trade insight. They won't build factories, they'll build influence. And the door to that world is wide open for anyone bold enough to step through. Because when you stop selling things and start selling value, you stop chasing money and money starts chasing you.